Good morning. Moving to English now, if that's okay. I want to spend a little time talking about what's happening and we see from a cloud trends, as well as particularly in the area of data and AI, specifically related to the cloud. Before I jump in, though, to the technology, I wanted to start with our mission, because everything I'll talk about for the next 20 minutes is about technology and the trends, but ultimately it accrues back to our mission. And about 4 years ago, Microsoft stepped back. We had new leadership. And we regrouped on what our soul is. And it came to this, about empowering people and organizations across the globe to achieve more. So everything we do across the company, our initiatives, our research, our development is around enabling this across the globe. And very much around our own transformation towards that. Now, at a macro technology level, we see a new pattern emerging in technology. We talk about this around the intelligent cloud and the intelligent edge. We don't believe everything is going to go to the cloud. We believe there's an important and pivotal role in what's happening at the edge. And that's what's really emerging right now. And the edge being IoT devices, the edge being operating rooms, factory floors, ships, oil rigs, and telling intelligence at both levels, and using the power of where the cloud is the best, as well as what can be done best locally. And data is the place where we see it having a big local role. Obviously using the power of the cloud, but having that at the edge as well, doing that processing efficiently and effectively in that location. And kind of a technology aspect. But if we look to not just the technology, but what are we doing about it, and how does it help the world achieve more as we wish? I'm going to have it two places. One is the solutions that Microsoft's looking to enable, but then what it means for our customers. From a solutions perspective, we take all of our technology and we bring it together in 4 key areas. The first being around the modern workplace, and that's where we talk about things like Office 365 and Windows and HoloLens, and bringing that together with security to enable a new approach to empowering employees. From a business application perspective, we've had our Dynamics 365 family line, and we just bought, not too long ago, LinkedIn, as well as bringing that together with our Microsoft Graph, the API to be able to plug in and understanding all of the connections we have in our business and our work life. And then into applications and infrastructure and data and AI. And I certainly want to spend a bit more time talking about those 2 areas specifically here at the Data Conference, and what it means really because and with the cloud that powers that area of it. And towards that, every organization is looking to transform in this digital transformation. Whether you're a startup trying to help organizations with their transformation, or an organization yourself going through that transformation. And Microsoft has done it ourselves. And that spans the employee experience, our supply chain, our operations, and into fundamentally shifting product and selling different things, going from a product company to a services company. These are the journeys that the cloud is enabling. And I think about applications and infrastructure and data and AI in general. Because of the cloud, we can move so much more quickly. And these technologies are just a few of the many trends that are happening right now, and moving in a clip that none of us who's been in technology for a long time have experienced at the rate. And at some level, there's no better time to be in technology because of these technologies, because of what's happening and what we can do to embrace them. But it's also a little bit overwhelming. And as I get the opportunity to travel the globe and talk to customers all over the world and about what they're doing, how they're tapping into serverless, how they're taking advantage of microservices and containers to move quicker, it also is, I hear the other side of that, which is, wow, it's hard to keep up. And I'm supposed to be an expert as soon as this new technology came out. I'm now supposed to know about quantum computing. I don't even barely understand the physics of it. I'm supposed to be making sure things that don't get hacked and build these for long term. And so as I think about what we're doing from an Azure perspective, it's not just about great technology. Of course, that's essential, having the innovation, continuing to move quickly. But as much of that, it's about how we deliver that so you can be successful. You know, I think the journey of the clouds and multiple public clouds and competing for features, that kind of is over. We've leveled the playing field in terms of now our clients across the globe have access to the technology they need. But now it changes to just being about features, to about what we enable and how we deliver those capabilities, what we do with you in the cloud, not just the technology. And that allowed us to step back and say, then what is Azure about? If it's not just about cloud technology, which is what it certainly enables, but it's about how we deliver that to make sure all of our clients, all of our customers can be as productive as possible as this innovation continues, and it's not going to slow down. Also, building it from hybrid, that intelligent cloud, that intelligent edge, that is hybrid. How do we enable that today as well as we move to this new edge experience? And certainly, as we talk about here, data and AI powering intelligence. We've gone from just big data and analytics to AI and cognitive services and making that a mainstream experience that every organization can be successful with. And of course, talking anything about cloud has to be about trust. So let's spend a minute on a few of these areas. First, around this productive experience. So it's great that you have technology at your fingertips, but how quickly can you be efficient with it? So we have lots of services in Azure, and we'll continue to add more. But what we've done is actually take that and bring it together with integrated tooling and integrated management. So now, for example, when we brought out our serverless technology, we brought it with integrated tooling with Visual Studio as well as other development environments, such that you could start building a serverless application right away. You didn't have to figure out what serverless was and how to code an app with it. It just came configured with that. Or global policy settings and management. It's so easy to spin up VMs in the cloud, but making sure that you have the right security policies, management around them, log analytics. Again, from a management perspective, we've just made that integrated as part of Azure, so you don't have to worry about that. It comes with it. But on top of that, of course, is about choice. And I talk about our openness everywhere I go, because I know some people still don't understand how deep a transformation Microsoft has undergone in supporting open source. Not just supporting it, but contributing to it. Last year in the US, Microsoft is ranked the #1 contributor to open source projects in GitHub. About our engineers participating and contributing to it, not just using it and supporting it in our cloud. But this ecosystem continues, and it's one where we're incredibly proud of the work we've done to ensure that whatever tool choice you want, whatever framework, whatever database, it's supported in a fantastic way. So from productive into hybrid, and this maybe is one of the most popular conversations I have in talking about customers, whether it's about, I have data center today and I want to use cloud, we want to do it in a consistent, efficient way, or I'm building for this new intelligent cloud, intelligent edge app pattern, which is essentially hybrid as well, the different generation of it. And what we've done from the very beginning, kind of Microsoft uniquely has a fantastic and wonderful legacy of understanding on-premises technology and edge, and then combining that with the cloud. And so as we've built our cloud, we've done it with a consistent and comprehensive hybrid approach. And that's true from a directory services, from a data perspective. And then one of the things we've done very uniquely is actually build what we call Azure Stack, which we've taken Azure, our public cloud capability, and enable it on a small instance on premises. So you can run Azure Stack in your data center, and you're running the same application, the same APIs, the same management, same tools, but you can actually run it local for disconnected scenarios. For any regulation you need to meet, you can run it locally. We have customers like cruise ships and oil rigs. We have customers like financial services and governments that need to be able to run that same app instance in a unique location. Or maybe sitting an application with you want to containerize your mainframe, but it has to sit there right next to your mainframe. Azure Stack's a great use case for that. So very unique asset in that area. And then, of course, having a single security and management. We think about our hybrid cloud as just one environment. I think other people in the industry think about hybrid cloud as this on-premises and data center working together. Ours, we look at it just one holistic aspect. And a key piece of that, of course, is around the data. This can actually be the single most expensive part of thinking about a hybrid cloud and running it efficiently. And so what we've done is create this very consistent model such that you can have your SQL Server data on premises. We have a no-code change migration ability to our cloud-managed SQL instance. And you can move back and forth. And we believe that will be the use case. Data will move back and forth, and you need that seamlessness across. So you can locate the data where you need it, when you need it. Just one of the investments we made in this area. Now, I wanted to show a short video of one of our customers, DocuSign, who's taken advantage of this unique data hybrid capability. We'll show you.
Hundreds of millions of people are DocuSign customers every day, transacting their most important business. For so many of our customers, their transactions are personal. We garner our customers' trust every day. Trust is the sort of thing that you earn in a lifetime and lose in an instant. We process 1.1 million transactions per day on our platform. Our transaction volume approximately doubles every year. What that means for me is that we are constantly scaling and evolving. We wanted the best of what we do in our data center, which is reliable SQL servers on flash storage, with the best of what Azure could bring to it, which is globally expanding, rapid deployment, high scale, with the best of what the SQL team could bring to it, which is a deep knowledge of the product and help in managing this thing at scale. And for us, we found that Azure SQL database was the best way to do it. We deploy our SQL Server schema elements into a managed instance, and we point the application via connection string change directly over to the managed instance.
We basically picked up our existing build infrastructure and we're able to deploy to Azure within a few seconds. It allows us to scale the business very quickly with very minimal effort.
The holy grail in a move like this is being able to lift your existing platform, move it into Azure without significant amounts of work, without having to re-engineer things. And at the other side of that, get the incredible value that Azure brings to the table. Our hope is that Azure becomes the way we do global expansion. We want to help customers all over the world bring their paper processes into the digital world, to allow us to be the accelerant that they need to move faster and faster into this digital transformation.
Great. Now moving from hybrid into intelligence, and obviously an area of passion for this audience specifically. And as we think about intelligence, it's really a combination of that data estate, where that insight resides, and then putting your AI services, cognitive services on top of that to empower that and bring it to life in new ways. And it's that combination of the data as well as those AI services, and then on top of that, making it such that anyone can build these new AI capabilities and make it such that you just write to an API, you don't have to do all of the hard work underneath, you just take advantage of it and tap into it. And actually, I just wanted to show you to make that true, it's going to bring that to life is, I'll play the short video of Uber, but this is a project we started together, and in a very short amount of time, they were able to just write the facial recognition right into their application. So let's hear their story.
We come to work every day to pilot, test, and launch new technology solutions. Real-time ID check is the latest technology example where we at Uber are constantly developing and testing new solutions to predict, prevent, and reduce security risks in ways that weren't possible before. It's through this partnership with Microsoft that we've been able to develop this technology quickly and ensure that every rider and every driver has an excellent experience. Real-time ID check is a prompt that appears in the driver's app, asking them to take a self-photo. We can do a check in real time to make sure that that identity of the person who took the picture matches the account holder who's been approved to drive. Doing that serves a couple of purposes. Drivers know that their identities and their accounts are being protected, and riders know that the driver who they're with has been screened.
Jen?
Evan?
Yeah.
Hi.
Real-time ID is a smart technology. What that means is it factors in and addresses the edge cases. The situation where the driver is wearing glasses or a hat and they weren't in the identification that we have on file. The beautiful thing is it can recognize these changes and ask the driver to remove their sunglasses or retake the photo. The partnership with Microsoft Cognitive Services allowed us to go from idea to execution to implementation across the country in a matter of months. Already, we've been able to make thousands of rides safer, and very soon we're going to be making millions of rides safer through this technology.
That's just one example of the work he talked about, just within months being able to create that AI-based experience that in this case, increased security, and that's one of a very common use case we see. But we're trying to demystify a lot of the AI such that it is something that all organizations can tap into, not just the most sophisticated, and the work we're doing to make that from a developer experience as well as from an application in that. Now, I want to spend a minute on some key data areas, and one of them is a reasonably new capability we have with Azure Cosmos DB, which is our first globally distributed database service, allowing you to run your application and distribute your data wherever you need it for maximum performance and customer experience. And with that, also, of course, as many startups here grow, you need that ability to go from just kind of terabytes into petabytes, and as well as go from kind of local into a global capability with that application experience. And then on top of that, very uniquely have added in all 4 levels of SLAs. So you can really optimize how you want to manage your data and how you need your app to perform among that. Now, in addition to Azure Cosmos DB, the other area we've had a lot of innovation and great new capabilities I wanted to spend a minute on is around machine learning. And our capability from a back-end machine learning capability, but we now have even built out a rich application, our machine learning workbench. They can integrate with Jupyter notebooks as well as a number of different frameworks to do very advanced machine learning. So it's not just about basic ML models, which we've had, but now moving into even the most sophisticated of machine learning models to bring together into really robust data solutions using the cloud and its capabilities in that area. So there's just one last customer video to show what they've done, a global retailer, with their Cosmos DB and using machine learning in a real-world scenario.
ASOS wants to be the #1 fashion destination for 20-somethings around the world. Fashion is in our DNA. We have just over 12 million active customers, over 800 brands, and introducing about 4,000 to 5,000 new products onto the site every single week. We don't have shops. People know about ASOS from the internet. We have 1 minute when that digital platform is out. We're not serving our customers. We want to be there for our customers 24/7, 365 days of the year.
When you have 85,000 products in your product range, it's vital to have a personalised consumer experience. We took a couple of big decisions early. The first was to go microservice, and the second was to go Azure Platform as a Service. We're using advanced machine learning techniques to synthesize custom and product characteristics, to create data sets that will allow us to rank products' relevance in milliseconds. And what that will mean for our customers is if we're going to show products they might like, those will be more relevant, the experience will be more relevant. And clearly, this is all about maximizing the sales from the time that the consumer shops with us. We're using Cosmos DB because it allows us to distribute the data models to be near the services wherever in the world they're deployed. We like the immediate elasticity. We like very low latency for random reads, and Azure has delivered as a rock-solid platform to create an ever more compelling consumer experience.
All right. Now on to the last, but certainly not the least topic around trust. And this is, again, something that's really important to think about, making sure that as you use the cloud and tap into this technology, it can meet your needs from a compliance and regulatory perspective. And Azure, very proud to say, has more compliance certifications than any other public cloud provider because we've prioritized it and made it a huge investment area from the very, very earliest days of building and creating a business cloud, a commercial cloud. And this is an area we continue to innovate. And also, as you begin using the cloud, or you're working with Azure, and there's other areas you need us to focus on, let us know. We're continuing to invest and evolve here, so we're committed to staying ahead of the cloud in this area and setting the standard. So please let us know if there are other things you need from us in this area. It's also been about ensuring global availability. And so over the past many years, we've now built out 42 regions across the globe. Each one of these regions is a cluster of data centers, so over 100 data centers within this. And we've taken a different approach to our cloud infrastructure. We're having regionally distributed data centers, where most of the industry has few larger ones. We actually have more than both AWS and Google combined in terms of regions. And we did that because we wanted to enable local compliance, local data handling, as well as performance. So you can optimize, put your application where your customers are, where your employees are, from a performance perspective as well. And then on top of that, great work being done right here with our very significant Israeli team around security. So building in security into the cloud, because we know that the threats have exceeded most of what our customers can keep up with. So basically putting that in, and so it's just part best practice recommendations, threat detection, analysis, and all the way into remediation of your assets sitting in the cloud, and then extending that down into technology sitting on premises as well, so we can take the learnings from our cloud and also help you protect your on-premises environment. And it's really that kind of combination of things that's brought us to the point where we have fantastic customers across the globe really using the cloud, and not just in basic ways, but really mission-critical applications. And it's exciting to see the work that's being done across the globe in this area. So again, if I can kind of bring it back to, we're going to continue to see rapid innovation in the cloud. We're releasing technology every day, and we'll continue to. But more than just technology, I really encourage you to think about how and why the cloud enables you to do things differently today than you could in the past. Thank you so much.